Hello, beautiful YouTube. It is Emily. I hope you're having a glorious day wherever that may be. If you read the title of today's video, I was pretty shocked when I received that I should talk about this today, but I took some really good notes, and yeah, I'm just going to share some things that you could do if you were to find out that there were some aliens making contact in a city near you. So, okay. Now, we might feel like we would be okay with that until the reality was hitting and it was actually occurring. So it may be that you truly were like, oh, I'm so ready for this. I've been waiting for this for a long time. It might also be that that would feel really uncomfortable. So the first thing that came through was that, number one, if you were to receive news that aliens were making contact with humanity, don't assume the worst, okay? Don't assume the worst. And actually, I saw something very strange that would be a good idea to do, which would be to power off your cell phone. I saw that you could, if you chose to, power off your Wi-Fi router and turn off all the TVs in your house, okay? There can be an intense mental psychic attack in something like this that could happen. So it's good to just, realize that you're fine, everything's fine, like where you are, everything is good, okay? So you could power everything off. And then what I saw is you could go into a meditative space where you connect with your divine self and just speak very clearly your boundaries with interdimensional beings. So for example, what I received was something like, I do not consent to and I do not give any permission to interdimensional beings manipulating, changing, distorting, or controlling my organic human biofield. Okay, that was the sentence I got. Other things may be, I do not consent to, I do not give permission to interdimensional beings manipulating my genome, my God-given, birthed through a woman, right, born of the waters and the spirit, humanity, for example. You could do this before the event, but in any event, it might be a good thing to just take some time, really considering what you do think about aliens. Okay. So one, don't assume the worst. Power everything off and speak some clear boundaries. Two, now I want you to ask yourself, in the event that something like this were to happen, I know some people who do future trading, like global futures, and one of the risks for this year was actually alien invasion. And the media, mainstream media, is kind of making a go at doing some pretty public disclosure. There's been a couple documentaries that came out this year. And so, this is not something that is out of the realm of possibility. So in the event of this possibility occurring, would you, and this is for each and every person to decide, but would you want to be out in the world while aliens were making contact? Would you want to go to the grocery store in an event like that? I don't know. Likely, if something like this were to happen, the markets would probably crash. There would probably be widespread panic and hysteria, and this would be a great opportunity for all of the things that sometimes people who are thinking they're in charge to do to the general. So I'm just saying, I don't even know if you'll be able to go to the grocery store. You might have to shelter in place, but say that you could, would you want to? And if not, it's a good idea to have some basic supplies at home. You could live a long time after a big glass jar of olive oil or coconut oil, some sea salt so you're getting good minerals, a lot of water, yeah, some candles, like a matchbook. You could light a candle if you needed, etc. All right, the third thing, so let's review. 1, don't assume the worst. And make sure that you take some time and you really speak with clarity to your divine self, your boundaries of your interdimensional life. Turn off all your phones if you can. Recognize that you do have safety. And get prepared. Have some things that you could eat or drink for about a month's time. Okay. Third, okay, I want you to question the mainstream media's show that's being presented about this, okay? Don't take it at face value. Try to find information from locals who live in the area and maybe some independent media sources who have taken like actual videos on their phones. Really be discerning about AI and what AI could have created. And I'm going to give you 2 people, okay? These 2 people are going to have very different stories about what's happening. I personally think that the truth often lives in the middle, and that it would be good to just simply tune into these 2 people if something like this were to occur. I certainly would myself. So, Elizabeth April. She is a Galactic Federation influencer, and, you know, I'll just give you the other side, someone who will have quite a different opinion about what's occurring. Gigi Young. She is a Christian mystic and a scholar of Rudolf Steiner. All right, I would tune into both of these channels in this event and see what's being said. Okay, review. Don't assume the worst, don't panic. Power down all your devices, all your Wi-Fi, go in nature, go into a bathtub, go into your bedroom, meditate, check in with divine self, speak your boundaries. 2, make sure you're prepared just with some basic things that you could survive upon if there was like truly a need to shelter in place, or a, you know, just a panic. 3, question mainstream, know about AI, go check in with Elizabeth April and Gigi Young. 4, fear is going to happen, most likely, okay? It's a very normal human response to anything that is misunderstood or new or mysterious. Humans generally have fear around things that they simply do not understand. Okay, this would be a moment where your mind would need to suddenly reach and find stability within a larger paradigm. So if you haven't already done that for your own self during your ascension process, then you will be forced to do it at some point, perhaps. So it's okay to feel fear. You know, if you're feeling fear, just like breathe, take long, slow, deep breaths, inhale for 4, exhale for 6, calm yourself down, and realize that, you know, the divine plan is the divine plan. I don't know if you believe in a God creator, a divine source creator. I certainly do. I've had that belief affirmed in my life many times, and trust in the divine plan. All right. The 5th thing, okay, let's review. So you're not going to assume the worst if something like this were to happen, and you're going to power everything off, and you're going to realize that you have safety around you. You're going to maybe go into a deep meditation and just connect to your divine self. Then you're going to, you know, make sure that you have supplies, and maybe do that beforehand, but think about that. You're going to question the mainstream narrative. You're going to be really scrupulous and discerning with what AI could do. You're going to try to find independent media sources or just random solo citizens on the street that happen to have captured it. And yeah, go check out Elizabeth April and Gigi Young and do your own discerning. You're going to be really soft and kind with yourself if you experience any fear. And 5, you're going to text or call the person in your life. Okay, like close your eyes and think, who is the person in your life who is the most knowledgeable when it comes to alien life, interdimensional, spiritual things, esoterica, like that type of thing, right? Every person on earth has some person, maybe multiple people in their life who they could call to get their opinion, to talk to them, to be soothed, to feel better. Call that person. Think ahead. Okay, if aliens were to make contact, I would call this person. Okay, call that person. And lastly, okay, let's still review, but we'll start a little lower. So we'll start with the fear. Don't fear, self-soothe. Call the most alien person on earth that you know. And finally, the last thing is to pray. Okay, pray because prayer works. It has been scientifically validated that energy goes where attention flows, and that the power of many minds focusing on one thing is good. So pray for not only your own self, the peace in your life, but the peace of your community, the peace of your nation, the peace of the whole world. Pray for peace. Sorry, maybe I didn't get the peace part out at first. Pray for peace. And yeah. I don't know why, but I felt like this particular light code, I wanted to share it. Pray for peace. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I guess it could happen. I don't know. It's better to think these things through, you know, so we can be truly prepared if an event like this were to occur. And yeah, fun times. Much love. Oh, if you stayed all the way to the end, thumbs up this, send this to somebody who could use it, write a little comment, give your own ideas about things you could do. All of these things would be so helpful. Much love.